It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we've got two teams who have both brought Baltimore a Super Bowl. It's the Indianapolis Colts and the Baltimore Ravens on Monday night.
Welcome to the historic Inner Harbor of Baltimore, Maryland. Just a stone's throw away, you find M&T Bank Stadium, the home of the Ravens. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Greg, this is one that the defensive coordinators have had a long week because these quarterbacks, you can prepare for them, but because of their legs, you never know what they're going to do.
Man, when the play breaks down, I think that's where the real fun begins. I mean, it is just so hard. You mentioned it. These defensive coordinators, they spend all week, and every time the ball is snapped, you really have to defend two plays. And what I mean is you defend the initial play that was called by the offense in the huddle, and then you also have to defend the scramble play, the breakdown, the improv. That's what makes these quarterbacks so dangerous, and it just takes one breakdown defensively for a big play, and it's 6.
Justice Hill to return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Ravens offense taking the field for the first time, led by their quarterback, league MVP in 2019 and 2023, Lamar Jackson.
We had a couple of his games early in his career, and of course, all the way to his days back in college, his athleticism jumps off the screen. But Mike, these last couple years, his development as a true passer, his ability to operate from the pocket, that's what's really taken his game to this MVP level. And tell you what, we didn't think there was a lot more things that he could do on a football field, and it seems like every year he's proven otherwise.
Now the first carry for King Henry. And he's got some space. Up past the 30 to about the 32-yard line, a pickup of 7. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Not something you want to see in the opening minute of the game. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They'll motion over Flowers. 2nd down, Jackson. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. But he can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Oftentimes, it's the wide open ones that are the hardest to catch. It seems like the ball is in the air forever. You start overthinking it, you start really making more of it than what you should, and you let it slip away. And a nice job there defensively on 3rd down, not overcommitting to their pass rush, having a plan for this quarterback as a designed runner. They're able to stop him short of the 1st down.
On 4th down, the Ravens call on Jordan Stout to punt. Anthony Gould deep for Indy. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Colts offense going to take the field here for the first time. They're led by their man at quarterback out of the University of Florida. It's Anthony Richardson.
Mike, when you look around the league, there's just not a lot of quarterbacks that look and can play to the style of Anthony Richardson. He can make every throw on the field. He's big. He can run for power, run with speed. As he continues to iron out some of those flaws from coming out of college, he lost his rookie season to injury. Here in year 2, I wouldn't be shocked by year end if he's a household name.
And the defense right on that. I don't know if keeping would have done any better. No gain on that one.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
He's got a receiver. That's Michael Pittman. He's to the 15. And he's going to take this into the end zone. Sensational play for the moment. There's a marker down. I don't think he's going to like the result of this flag. Oh, just a terrible feeling. The penalty wipes out that long touchdown. From the gun, Richardson. Now he'll air one out, and that is incomplete.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
From the gun on third down, Richardson. He was looking for Michael Pittman with that one, and it's going to be fourth down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. The Ravens offense going to take over now for the second time. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. It's the tight end Likely in motion. On first down, they'll start the drive with Henry. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. Third and a yard. Bateman is the motion man. On 3rd and 1, here's Jackson. Going up top and looking for Andrews. And he's out of bounds inside the 30. A big play there for Baltimore. A pickup of 44 yards.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Jackson. He finds DeAndre Hopkins for the catch. And he's into the end zone. DeAndre Hopkins. Touchdown, Baltimore.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
The extra point is up and through. And the Ravens will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Anthony Gould now to return. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Colts offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. Richardson to throw it here on 1st down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. He'll get that one to Taylor, complete. And he's going to have enough for a 1st down. He's out of bounds after a gain of 5.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback. Get into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And the defense, good job sticking to their rules. They didn't take their eyes off the running back, who gains nothing.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
Taking off.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Here's Richardson. Open man, left side. He's got it. And he's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
He's going to keep it himself. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
And this is something the defense knew they had to contain coming in today, Mike. They worked all week on containing this quarterback. But here we are, early on in the game, A nice scramble there, good yardage, and he's able to pick up the first down.
On first down, it's Richardson. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
So they made it a priority here early to try to get him the ball in the first quarter, but that was their third attempt. None of them have resulted in a catch. I think you got to start looking elsewhere. You don't want to get into a position, Mike, where you feel like you're forcing the guy the ball and forcing your offense to run through him.
Throwing on second down, Richardson. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they don't necessarily even have to see the running back in the check down. They can just feel him. It allows them to keep their eyes downfield, allow their tight ends and wide receivers to continue to work open. In this case, nice job by the quarterback getting that ball in his hands and letting him do the rest after the catch.
Going over the middle and taken in by Pittman. And the Colts are going to have a first and goal. He's taken down at about the 8.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
To throw, it's Richardson. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone. And
good blocking, and he's in. Anthony Richardson, touchdown, Indianapolis. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Now the try for an extra point. The kick is good. And the Colts will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. This returnable from the 4. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. That's complete. It's Justice Hill out of the backfield.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
So we've played one quarter here on a Monday night. All even on the scoreboard. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. Second down and 3. This is Henry. And he's going to get it. First down, taking this one up past the 40-yard line.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
On first down, they'll stay on the ground with Henry. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Hopkins sent in motion. Jackson now on 2nd down. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Now Jackson. He'll find Hill out of the backfield. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
If you want to play running back in today's modern NFL, Mike, you have to be able to be a viable weapon in the passing game. It's all about touches. It's not just about handoffs anymore. It's how many different ways can we get the ball in your hands.
On the ground, here's Henry. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset, but as always, there's the exception to every rule.
It's the tight end Likely in motion. On play action, here's Jackson. To the tight end Likely. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
This has been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
From the 1-yard line, 1st down and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will dive into the end zone. Justice Hill, touchdown Ravens. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here's Gould on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Here's the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over once more. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's second down. Looking to throw. Richardson. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
That's caught inside by Pittman on the slant. 11 yards for number 11. And a first down.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And this defense not allowing much there. They'll stop him at the 45. Second down and 8. Now Richardson. Pass right side to Downs. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. Richardson to throw. He'll try to run for it. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a first down.
Anytime the quarterback has the ability to extend the play with his legs, it just puts so much pressure on the defense. Here you are thinking you have all the routes manned up, there's nowhere to go with the ball, and next thing you know, he breaks the pocket, and he's able to pick up the first down.
Richardson will give it to Taylor. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. 12 was nice last time, so they did it again. Another 12-yard pickup and another first down. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll come back to Baltimore after this. They're at the 17-yard line now for first and 10. Now Richardson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Quick throw here is complete. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that. What an impressive drive this has really been, and it's a combination of big plays and third down conversions. Now after that last third down pickup, it's first and goal. They got a chance to finish this really impressive drive and come away with 6.
A chance here to draw level before the break. It's first and goal. They'll run here with Taylor. Powering forward. He's in. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Indy. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, They deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Extra point attempt still to come. His kick is good. And the Colts will tie things up. We are all even at 14. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Derrick Henry heading out along with the rest of this Ravens offense. This one, everything we could have hoped for to this point. All even at 14. They'll start this drive with first down. Bateman is the motion man. A first down throw for Jackson. That's downfield, and he's got Andrews, his tight end. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 73 yards. Touchdown, Baltimore. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
The extra point try forthcoming. The kick is good. And the Ravens have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Colts offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They're searching here for the tying score, down 21-14. And they'll begin 1st and 10. From the gun, Richardson. Open man, that's Alec Pierce. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. First and 10. Richardson. In trouble, and down he goes. Timeout, Indianapolis. That is their second. The clock is stopped for 26 seconds until the break. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Throwing is Richardson. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with third down. Out of shotgun, Richardson. The outside, hauled in by Pittman. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on fourth down? So we have reached halftime with these two teams separated by a touchdown. As we'll get you down to Orlando now, that's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Mike, we'll take it from there as we welcome everyone into our EA Sports studios and our halftime report. The Ravens were led in that first half by who else? The former MVP, Lamar Jackson. His 2 touchdown passes helped pave the way for his guys to take this lead into the intermission.
Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half, about to get started. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. He'll start at the 4. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Colts offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Here's Richardson, going to keep this himself. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
This defense has had their share of troubles trying to contain this quarterback today, Mike. This time they go to the zone read. The defender goes after the running back, and the quarterback pulls it, keeps it himself, and has a huge gain for a first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Richardson.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
On 2nd down, Richardson. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
Richardson to throw here on 1st and 10. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Well, the run after catch is certainly nice, and they're definitely going to take it. But watch the savviness of the route running. Certain guys just have a better feel for running these slant routes than others, and it's a nice result.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Throwing, Richardson. There's that man again, another catch. Now they are in business, inside the 15-yard line.
This is like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
And he is going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. That play going absolutely nowhere.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Here's Richardson. Quick throw, taken in. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
From the gun on 3rd down, Richardson. It is brought in the end zone. Michael Pittman. Touchdown, Colts.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
Point after, coming up here. He's got it, and the Colts will even the score. It's now 21-all. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens headed back out again. And I want to take you through the highlights here. They have been plentiful from the quarterback position. Has the offense running at a high efficiency throughout, and we'll try to sustain it here down the stretch. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll motion over Flowers. All run play. This is Hill. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
You could tell the entire time that running back is just looking for his crease to get vertical and cut back. But the defense does a great job. Inside-out pursuit, strings this ball out towards the sideline. Nowhere to go, and they make a big stop for no gain.
On the give, here's Henry. Room up the sideline at the 45. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 32 yards.
It's definitely nice to have one of those bruising, punishing backs to kind of help wear down the defense. But I'll tell you what, you can give me a flat-out electric runner like this guy any day of the week. He can turn on those jets, get in that high gear, and he is gone.
On the option, they give it to Henry. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. They'll motion over Flowers. They'll try to throw here with Jackson. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. It's the tight end Likely in motion. Off the play fake, Jackson. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
They face second down and 7. Bateman is the motion man. Maybe a couple there. It's third down. In motion comes Andrews. On third down, Jackson. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And the Ravens are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this. Then on third down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
First and goal, and it's Henry. They'll come up with nothing there. Fortunate just to get back to the line, and that'll set up second and goal.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
Again, it'll be Henry. Hard running close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him just short. Looking for that final yard. It's third and goal. Jackson going to keep this one himself. And he will do it himself. He's in. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Baltimore.
That just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the second half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this second half started. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Gould on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Colts offense and Anthony Richardson getting ready for their next drive. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. They'll come up here, first and 10. Now it's Richardson. He'll keep it. And this is going to be a Colts first down. He'll take this up to the 38-yard line.
Anthony Richardson, I mean, it's not hard to see why they want to get the ball in his hands as often as possible, both as a passer, but when you can get him as a designed runner, his size and speed, he is a handful for defenses.
Zone read, it's a give to Taylor. And the defense right on that. I don't know if keeping would have done any better. No gain on that one.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
So both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the third quarter. Back with more Monday Night Football after this. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's a run with Taylor. And he'll work his way past the 40. He's tackled after a gain of 4. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Here's Richardson. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he puts his head down and he picks up the 1st down.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
On 1st down, it's Richardson. Pass right side to Downs. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll go play action. It's Richardson. They go right back to Downs. He's got it again. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel in. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Throwing on 2nd down, Richardson. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throw away.
You can tell the quarterback has built a lot of confidence in his ability to make plays today with his feet. The defense has had a hard time keeping him in check, and this time, much better job in pursuit. Even though he was able to get outside the pocket, they were able to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
So here we go. Big spot for the rookie. This to get the deficit down inside of a touchdown. And this one right down the middle. It's good. Well, every bit helps as they draw just a little bit closer.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Ravens offense and Derrick Henry heading onto the field. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. So they come to the line for first down and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. DeAndre Hopkins was the intended target for that one. And that will lead to a second down. On the handoff, it's Henry. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to third down. Hopkins sent in motion. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
As this clock continues to tick, we're getting dangerously close here to do-or-die territory. But after that third down sack, real good chance of getting off the field. No points allowed. Let's see if their offense now can do their job, because defense certainly did theirs.
Ravens sending the punt team out there as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The visitors' offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with first and 10. To throw, it's Richardson. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll run out of the gun. It's Taylor. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. Now Richardson. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's going to get awfully close to the first down marker, but appears just to be a few inches short.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the first down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on fourth down.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. Whoa.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
Richardson operating from the pistol. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
Now on 2nd and long. Out of shotgun, Richardson. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9, and third down coming up.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Big play here. Crowd on their feet for 3rd and 4. Coming open is Pierce. It's on target. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
I think they're going to have to be more creative here on the back end with the types of coverages they show this quarterback. Change the look pre-snap to post-snap. Mix in zone, mix in man. They got to make it more challenging on the quarterback going forward. I think the rest of those receivers in the huddle have all come to the realization that they might not be getting a target anytime soon, and frankly, I don't blame them. I mean, they're riding the hot hand, and rightfully so. Until this defense proves that they can stop him in the passing game, I expect the quarterback to just continue to go back to him time and time again.
They'll drop to throw, and that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And he's out of bounds with the first down. So they get a new set of downs and just as importantly, stop the clock.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute left in this one. Final minute, still 2 timeouts remaining as we get to 1st and 10. From the gun, Richardson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2-minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that first down,
a dive for the end zone, but he loses the football. One of the Ravens has it.
And there is the backbreaker, Mike. The one thing you can't have late in the ball game is a turnover. You're ready, you're up against the wall. You know you need a late score here to come back from behind. And let's give credit to this defense. They know they were a stop away from victory. And after forcing that late turnover, it looks like they're going to seal this one.
So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. They'll need to get something positive going right away here. Ball starts inside their own 1-yard line. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. On first down, they'll start the drive with Henry. And that's going to be shut down quickly. He'll get this one only up to about the 2. Here's 2nd and 9. Going to go right back to Henry. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down. Here's Lamar. He'll keep it on the zone read. The defense not biting. They stay at home, stop the quarterback. No gain on the play.
Well, nothing doing here, Mike. And the key to stopping that on defense is you have to get them before they have a chance to get going. And that's exactly what they're able to do here. No gain, force the fourth down.
Ravens bring their punt team out as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. So it's a win here for the Ravens. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. And in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that was the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Ravens are victorious as we say so long from Baltimore.